The following is a special presentation of Big Polly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. Hello, everybody. We start a new week. We're here, and we're ready to go. Week number 5 here at the HTFL, as I just felt an itch to scratch on my eyebrow. And now that we know that Super Bowl 56 will include Cincinnati's Bengals and Los Angeles' Rams at SoFi Stadium, February 13th, the Rams becoming the second team in a row to host their own Super Bowl. Tampa was there first. Thank you very much. We will be playing out Week 5 and Week 6 while we await the Super Bowl of 2022. Today we got an excellent game for you. This was a hometown bowl semifinal last year, Baltimore and New York. This year they play in the same Eastern Division, and this should be a dandy. As we go to the screen, as you see, I do one game a row, and then I do the Monday night game, which we do on Fridays, which will be Indianapolis, Minnesota. Next week, we will do a Cincinnati game and a Los Angeles game in honor of the Super Bowl finalists. New York is favored by 6, both teams 3-1. And we're going to play this sucker out. 68 degrees at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, not too far from the old Giants Stadium, where the Giants played for close to 4 decades. I will control New York. The computer will control Baltimore. They are the Ravens. New York is the Giants. Baltimore is a combination of the Colts and Ravens. The Colts pre-1984 when they moved to Indianapolis, and the Giants are all the New York teams. It's an all-star team of the New York teams: Giants, Jets, Yankees, Bulldogs, Brooklyn Dodgers, maybe. I don't remember because I set the teams like when Action PC 2021 came out, which was like in late April. So off we go. Joe Flacco and Y.A. Tittle will be the quarterbacks. And let's set this up. Coin toss goes the way of New York. We'll defer to the second half. Lewis, Hildenbrand, and Laird back deep. These teams no stranger to Season 2 play in the HTFL. I think we've had New York on twice, and I think we've had the Ravens on at least twice. And off we go. And it's going to be taken by Lewis past the 30. And something happening there. It was a fumble, but McCulley, Johnny on the spot for Baltimore. And speaking of Ed McCulley, let's give you the lineups for the Baltimore Ravens. The skill positions will be their receiving numbers that you see on the upper left side of your screen. Lewis is a 3. McCulley is a 7. We just saw on special teams. Berry and Alexander 8 and 7. Heap is a 7. He's the tight end. Now for the linemen, they are the blocking numbers. Odgen is a 10 plus. Yanda is a 9. Bill Curry is a 7. Barwagen is a 9. Vogel is a 9. And after this first play, we'll set the New York defense. It's Flacco in the shotgun formation that we often see in Action PC football, flanked on either side by running backs. So he's got 2 running backs in the gun with him. Again, a 7 for Jamal Lewis. It was Sam Huff on the tackle. New York is the only team in the HTFL currently that plays a 3-4. So your front 3 are Strahan, the spaceman, Gastineau, and Weinmeister. Linebackers we have 4 of them: Taylor, Huff, Carson, and Lewis. Defensive backs: Rivas and Glenn, Patton, and Turner. So you got a lot of 10s in the lineup for New York. Strahan, Gastineau, Taylor, Huff, Rivas, and Patton. You got 6 10s. No, not WIOD in Miami. 2nd and 3 at the 48, which used to be the station for the Miami Dolphins. I don't know if they still are. And that was a throw from Flacco. Glenn got a hand on it, but it was intended for Alexander, got nowhere near him. 3rd and 3 at the Giant 48. We have just begun to play here. First game of week 5 in the HTFL. Coming at you on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. We'll have HTBL action, what I'm calling Season 1.1, beginning Saturday, February 5th. That was a gain of 4 for Flacco. Huff on the tackle. It's a first down for Baltimore. 1st and 10 at the 44. It's Flacco. A handoff to Lewis. He was trapped behind the line by Lewis. And we don't mean Ray Lewis. We mean Mo Lewis out of Georgia. 1 yard loss, and it's 2nd and 11. 13:08 left, opening quarter. No score. 2nd and 11 at the Giant 45. The give is to McCauley, who made the fumble recovery on the kickoff. He gains 8. And it's going to make it a 3rd and 3 at the 37 of New York with 12:19 to go. In the gun is Flacco. He throws. It's batted at the line by Strahan, and it falls incomplete. 4th and 3, and the Ravens are going to attempt to get first down yardage here. Critical decision here of 11:44 to go. Ball at the 37. Baltimore must like the analytics. And it's incomplete. The Giants will take over on downs. Strahan batted that at the line. So he's getting up close and personal with Mr. Wilson. So we'll set the lineup for New York and then give you the Baltimore defense after the first play. Barber and Triplett, a 6 and a 1 in terms of receiving. Those are your running backs. Beckham Jr., who's going to the Super Bowl with the Rams, and Powell, 9 and an 8 respectively. Tucker is a 7. He's the tight end. Tittle is your quarterback out of LSU. I think he's out of LSU. I want to say it's LSU. Yes, it is. Brown, a 10 blocker. Snee, a 9. Mangold, a 10. Younts, an 8. He also punts. And Powell is a 9. That's a different Powell than Powell, the wide receiver, of course. 1st and 10, we're going to go trap right with Tiki. Don't do anything too complicated on the first play. And Tiki has busted loose to the 38. Bulwer finally takes him from behind, and that's a gain of 25 yards. Defensively for Baltimore, these are all defensive numbers. Marchetti, a 10. Nagata, a 9. Donovan and Lipscomb, each a 9. Those are your front 4. Ted Hendricks, a 10. Ray Lewis, a 10. Peter Bulwer, a 9. Defensive backs, Boyd, a 10. McAllister, a 9. Reed, a 10 plus, and Volk is a 9. That's your defensive core. And we'll go to Triplett, give Barber a little bit of a rest. And he gets back to the line, and that is it. Nagata on the tackle for Baltimore. Guna Nagata. Pitch to Barber on 2nd down, and he gets back to the line. Mangold is going to be out a few plays. Mawai, M-A-W-A-E, Mawai, a 10. So you replace a 10 with a 10. And it's 3rd and 10. We're going to look to George Sauer. And that's a catch. It's a gain of 16. That's a little bit of an inside joke, saying his name like that. Kurt Gowdy, who I used to, one of the first sports games I got for the computer was old-time baseball. And they would piece the names together, like Stan, usual, hitting 353, and it didn't matter if it was Mel Allen doing it or Kurt Gowdy doing it. Both gone now. May they rest in peace. Tiki Barber on a sweep. I always found it funny how fractured the waves would come out, the sound files would come out, and it sounded so awkward. Loss of 3. Bulwer with a tackle for loss, and that's a loss of 3 to make it 2nd and 13 at the 25. We're going to stick with the running backs. We're going to go Triplett on a screen. See if we can get a little closer to win. Negligible, 0 to 5 mile an hour.
Pass interference, defense. Number 58, 5-yard penalty, automatic, First down.
Well, Bulwer makes up for his good play with a bad one. That's pass interference against the running back on a screen pass. And that's going to be a first down when they had the Giants in trouble. First and 10 at the 20. Back to Barber. Pitch to the right side again. See if he can get anything. And he's past the 20, past the 15, past the 5 to the 4. Bulwer. Boy, we sang his name a lot in the first quarter. That's a pickup of 16. Barber now at 4 carries and 38 yards. And we'll go triplet. Sweep to the right side. First and goal from the 4. And he loses a yard. It's Bulwer on the tackle. And it's now a second and goal at the 5. Barber. Sweep to the right side. With the Baltimore defense playing short and tight, we're going to go medium hitch to Beckham. That's incomplete. Take what the defense gives you. It's third and goal at the 5. We're going to look for Tucker, which in Australia I think means food. Incomplete. Bounced off the hands. No, it was bouted out at the line by Nagata. So this is a chip shot for Nugan. 99% chance he hits from 22. It's good, and the Giants lead 3-0 at the 6:35 mark in the first quarter. That play, 11 plays. That drive, 11 plays, 58 yards, and it took 5:02 off the clock. So back to Lewis we go with the kickoff, but instead it's going to be taken by Hillenbrand, and Hillenbrand, a 27-yard gain before Lance Mell makes the tackle, and it's a first and 10 at the 31. We've introduced everybody, so let's just go on and play. You're wondering where Johnny Unitas is. He was drafted by San Diego in the Season 2 draft. Each team, from the worst record to the best, got to pick the 100 players that were all former members at one point in time with the respective teams or respective areas. And in the case of San Diego, they once had Johnny Unitas. He finished out his career with the Chargers. Throw by Flacco, complete to Alexander, and he's loose. It's a gain of 23 yards. First and 10 at the Giant 44. We have 5:27 left, opening quarter. No score because the Giants just kicked a field goal. 3-0. And I apologize for the error. It's Flacco. Throwing again, incomplete. Flacco out of the University of Delaware, much like the current president of the United States. Second and 10 at the 44. I think Joe Biden went to Delaware. That's a gain of 8. Huff on the tackle. And Lewis broke the tackle of Arnie Weinmeister to get the 8 yards. Third and 2, ball to 36. And that's an incompletion. And again, Baltimore's going to go for it. They had a 4th and 2 at the 37. Now they have a 4th and 2 at the 36. But they will try it. And it's McCulley. He doesn't get enough. A 1-yard gain. And once again, Baltimore is stymied on 4th down. Double tight end set for New York as they want to keep running the ball. Barber back to the line, and that is it. No gain. He is now at 5 carries, 38 yards. Mel Triplett, 2 for a negative yard. New York into the wind, but the wind is only 0 to 5 mile an hour. Fly to Powell on the 2nd and 10 play. That's the sunlight. I'm recording this about, 3:39 in the afternoon. A gain of 5 for Yulverton Abraham Tittle. That's a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 5. We're going to go to Beckham. Crossing route. Incomplete. And that's going to set up a 4th and 5 with 2:10 left. Beckham was consoling some 49er players after they won the NFC Championship 20-17. And the punt goes 45 yards. Jermaine Lewis, takes the fair catch. So 2:10 left now, opening quarter. We have no score. Ball at the 15. So Baltimore 85 yards from pay dirt. A first and 10. A throw and an incompletion. That was intended for Todd Heap. And Flacco is now 1 for 7, 23 yards, despite a little wee bit of a wind advantage. Second and 10 at the 15. New York defense doing wonders. And let's see what we have here. It was Flacco fumbling the snap. Baltimore retained possession as Flacco jumped on it before Michael Strahan could, number 92. And it's third and 14 at the 11 with 1:56 left. So I record this on January 31st. The Rams are 3.5 point favorites to beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. And Gastineau is out. They say he'll be back in a few plays. Said he was twitching his neck a little bit. 4th and 14. Koch back to punt behind the goal line. And New York should get good field position for Tennell. Return of 5. The punt going 48, so a 43-yard net. 1:10 left. Opening quarter, a 3-0 Giants lead. Giants content to play for field position. Barber, sweep left, first and 10. And Barber slashes his way for 5 yards. Gino Marchetti on the stop. And let's see, he was shoved out of bounds, so a couple more plays left in this quarter at least. Triplet on a trap right, second and 5. And he gets back to the line. That's it. Boyd on the stop. Let's look at Boyd. Bobby Boyd out of Oklahoma. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Your score, Giants 3, the Ravens nothing. Now, you don't see this in the game. We use Dave Koch's Action PC Football for 2021. By the time I get done with this season, Action PC Football 2022 should come out, but we're going to play with 21 for the duration. When I started this in September, I did not envision having to take a 3-month hiatus, so we will play with Action PC Football until the project is completed. Tiki Barber, we used the 2020 historical set. I know the 2021 came out, but as we start, so shall we finish. A run of 3 for Barber. It's 4th and 2, as I forgot what down we were on after all of that. So with the ball at the 48 and with a slight wind advantage, Len Younce usually plays guard. We'll try to bounce one close to the goal line, and it goes out at the 12, a 34-yard punt. So the Ravens trailing 3-0 again with 14:11 left. First and 10 at the 12, as it's been a defensive struggle so far. We'll give you the plays and the yardage here. It's 17 plays, 48 yards for Baltimore, 15 plays, 66 for New York. Nobody really setting the world on fire. The quarterbacks are combined for 2 for 13. Second and 10 at the 12, early second quarter. And that is Lewis gaining 7. Huff with the stop. Third and 3, ball at the 19. The throw caught by McCauley, a gain of 4 over the middle. Huff brought him down, Sam Huff, who in real life just passed away during this 2021 NFL season. It's a first and 10 at the 23. Throw by Flacco to Lewis. So Baltimore beginning to utilize their running backs for passes. That's a gain of 6. Harry Carson on the stop. A second and 4 at the 29. The give is to McCulley. Close to the first down marker. I'm not going to use my challenge, even though I could get it overturned. It'd be third and 1. They'd probably get the first down on the next play anyway. Doesn't really make sense for me to use the replay challenge. Each team gets one challenge, but all scores and all turnovers are looked at by the booth. First and 10 at the 33. Throw by Flacco, incomplete, looking for Alexander. Glenn providing good coverage for the Giants. 2nd and 10 at the 33. This is Flacco over the middle. Alexander's got that one, a gain of 10. Again, I don't, it's going to be a first down on 3rd down anyway, so I'm not going to use my challenge. 1st and 10 at the 43. It's kind of a hybrid between not using a challenge system at all and using a challenge system. 1st and 10 at the 43. Flacco getting hot. He throws to Alexander. Another first down. Flacco now 5 out of 14, and Alexander, boom, 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 has got 3 catches in a row for 43 yards, or 3 in rapid succession. 1st and 10 at the Giant 47. 3rd trip to New York side of the field. McCulley could not hang on to that pass in the flat. 2nd and 10, same spot, the 47 of the Giants. And that's a throw. Alexander again. He's hot in this series. That's 15 more. 11th play of the drive coming up for the Ravens with 9:20 left till halftime. And something happened.
Encroachment. Defense. Number 99. 5-yard penalty.
Gastineau jumped a little too soon. 1st and 5 at the 27. Flacco. Wide open is Heap, and Heap with a big score. And it's a touchdown, Baltimore. 6-3 they lead. Stover for the point after is good. And it's 7-3 with 8:20 now left until halftime. Christie seeing his first action on the kick return team. He is the deep man. The upbacks are Sanders and Glenn. And it's going to go to Christie, who had to come up to receive the kickoff. Past the 30, past the 40 to the 43-yard line. So a 1st and 10, New York, with 8:08 left now. Quarter number 2. We'll go off tackle right to Tiki Barber out of the University of Virginia.
Holding. Offense. Number 79. 10-yard penalty.
Brown committed a holding penalty. Baltimore's defense is nothing to sneeze at either. They have 5 members of their defense, their base defense, who are at 10 or above. So we will pitch it right to Barber. Try to stay committed to the running game. There's the pitch. Past the 30, past the 45, past the 40 to the 44. Before Boulware makes the tackle on Tiki Barber, a gain of 11. Boosting Barber up to 8 carries and 57 yards. Now it'd be good time for play action. Medium fly, Art Powell on 2nd and 9. That's caught, and that's a first down. Bobby Boyd on the tackle, a gain of 15. 1st and 10 with 7:05 left to go in the half. Trap left, but Baltimore playing short and tight. So we're going to go medium fly and try to bend one to Beckham. But that ball's incomplete. Tittle now 2 out of 6 for 31 yards. Neither team having a lot of success throwing the ball. Flacco a little better at it. 7 for 17 and 85 yards right now. Trap to Tiki to the right side on 2nd and 10. Barber loose. He fumbles. And Baltimore has it.
The play is under review.
Well, maybe they do.
The ruling on the field is confirmed.
So Baltimore taking advantage of the first turnover of the day, and they have it at the 28, a 1st and 10. Each team 3-1, so this will be for at least a share of the lead in the Eastern Division. We play an 18-game season, unlike the NFL, who this year went to a 17-game season. So this is the longest season in NFL history, and we're ending it February 13th. Y'all remember when a Super Bowl was played in January? I miss those days. 2nd and 10 now, as that was an incomplete pass. Flacco was looking for Raymond Berry. 2nd and 10 at the 28. That's another incompletion. Again, Flacco trying to work Raymond Berry, who's being guarded quite nicely by Darrell Revis, number 24, Revis Island. Berry has not had a catch yet in this game. 3rd and 10, ball at the 28. The throw this time to Alexander, and he's got it. And that's a gain of 12. Alexander being guarded by Aaron Glenn. But Alexander has had success against Glenn. He's now at 5 catches. I think they've all been in the second quarter. And that's for 70 yards. 1st and 10, Baltimore at their own 40. Lewis is going to gain close to first down yardage, just short. They're going to do a replay
Upon
challenge
further
here.
review, the runner reached the first down marker. First down. No timeout will be charged.
Okay, so Baltimore using their challenge. It was successful, so they don't have to burn a timeout. Ball is at the HTFL logo, 1st and 10 at the 50. Just imagine it's there. Pass out in the flat. Was looking for a heap on that one. Flacco was. And Flacco now 8 for 21. As I said, neither team throwing the ball with great success, which is a testament to each team's defense. 2nd and 10. Ball still at midfield. This Lewis, gain of 4, tackled by the other Lewis, Mo Lewis. And it's 3rd and 6. We have a lot of Lewises in this game We got Jamal Lewis, we got Ray Lewis, and we got Mo Lewis. 3rd and 6 at the 46 of New York. This is a completed pass, and finally Ray Berry has a reception. That for an 11-yard gain and a first down. 4:02 left till halftime, and their score is 7-3 in favor of Baltimore. Ball at the 35. The Ravens looking to pad their lead. And this is Lewis gaining 8 up the middle. Mo Lewis making the tackle. 2nd and 2. And the ball now rests at the New York 27 as we approach the 2-minute warning, probably in a couple of plays. McCulley, a 3-yard gain and a first down for Baltimore at the 24. 2:33 left. So this will probably be the last play before the warning if it stays in bounds, and it does. A 2-yard gain, McCulley. And McCulley is now at 5 carries for 18 yards. 2-minute warning time, and it's 7-3 Baltimore, but they're looking for more. Baltimore with 3 timeouts and no challenges left. New York with 3 and 1, respectively. 2nd and 8, ball to 22. As we approach the end of this first half, McCulley, no gain, 3rd and 8. Will Baltimore call time? No, they're going to milk the clock. See what they do here on 3rd down. Flacco, deflected, and incomplete. So with 1:22 left, Stover will come on. This will be from 39 yards out to make it 10-3, and it's good. 1:17 left until halftime. Christie, Sanders, and Glenn back deep for New York. And we're going to return it 1 yard deep. Try to make something happen here. And that is returned nicely. A 33-yard return to the 32. So we'll go 3 wide. And we're going to go medium hitch to Powell on 1st and 10. That's an incompletion. We'll go Barber on the screen and call timeout if we don't get it the first down. That's incomplete. We're going to go Tucker, medium cross. Bob Tucker, number 31. I'm sorry, not 31, but 38. That's incomplete. 4th and 10. Now Tittle is 2 for 9 for 31 yards. Younts will come on and punt deep. Taken by Lewis. His return 2 yards, and it's 1st and 10, Baltimore at their own 25. 35 seconds left to go in this 10-3 ball game. Will Baltimore go for it here before halftime? They still have 3 timeouts. That was an incompletion in the flat to Alexander. 2nd and 10 at the 25. No, not Gil Alexander, a VSIN, whose podcasts I usually listen to. Gain of 7. Taylor got a hand on Jamal, but Lewis got away. A gain of 7. 3rd and 3. Giants will call timeout in the hopes that they could get the ball back before halftime. 3rd and 3. It's Flacco. Screen. Incomplete. 4 seconds left, so this will be the last play of the half. We'll just let the punt roll because it doesn't really matter. There would be no time left for one desperation play. And that rolled 54 yards to the 4. But again, it doesn't matter because it was the last play of the half. The Colts got the ball to start the game. Not the Colts, the Ravens. See, the Colts play in Indianapolis in the HTFL. So I will come on camera and tell you all we are at a 10-3 score. Baltimore leading the Giants. So check out the HTBL over the weekend here on the Big Polly's World of Sports Sims channel. If you like what you see here, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And if you wish, hit the bell and you'll be apprised of all the videos that we do. We're doing 3 projects currently, and I'm really not looking to do more. We do the professional wrestling tour. The next match for that will probably be Thursday. And as I was saying, we also do OOTP Perfect Team each and every Sunday. And on my other channel, I chronicle my newly found cat Ella, Life with Ella. Just did the second part of that. Somebody might see it. It might become a thing. So I have a little side deal that I do. And we get back to the second half of play. It is 10-3. Baltimore 45 plays, a minute 88. New York just 22 for a $1.05. They get the ball to start the second. It'll be Christie, Sanders, and Glenn. New York won the toss, deferred, and that's probably how I got confused. It's Christie out to the 26, the return 26, Humphrey on the stop for Baltimore. Try to stick with the running game. They've been having success with it, 5.7 a carry. Most of that due to Tiki Barber. They'll sweep left in the double tight end set on first down, and Barber picking up 5. Barber has the only turnover of the game, a fumble, which Baltimore recovered. When they go to a double tight end set, Art Powell, who's usually a wide receiver, goes and plays tight end. And we'll go triplet, off tackle right, 2nd and 5. And triplet gaining yardage, gain of 3. That puts him back into positive territory. 4 carries, 2 yards, and it's now 3rd and 2. We'll go with 1 running back in the double tight end set because we're going to go play action to Powell on 3rd and 2 out of the tight end position, but that's an incomplete pass, and Tittle is now 2 for 10. Younts will punt deep. Some of the New York fans are saying, give Tittle the hook. He doesn't have it today. Lewis, a fair catch at the 19. The punt going 47, so the net will be 47. 13-11 left in quarter number 3. It's 10-3. Ravens leading. Flacco throwing, looking for Alexander, but it's a bad pass, and they were not on the same page. Flacco has thrown 5 bad passes today. He's 9 for 26, but his team is still leading. Combined, the quarterbacks are now 11 of 36. 2nd and 10 at the 19. Just goes to show you how good these defenses are. A no-gain play for Lewis. Not McCulley. It was Lewis on the tackle. Mo Lewis. And it's 3rd and 10 at the 19. Can the Giants stop him here on 3rd down? They cannot. It's Lewis. And Lewis is busted loose. Past the 30. Past the 20. Past the 10. It's a house call. Touchdown, Baltimore. 81 big yards. Flacco to Lewis. And it's 16-3. The Ravens now taking the lead. And kick is good by Stover. And it's 17-3 with 12:03 left to go. The New York fans wanting Tittle to get the hook here. Christie, Sanders, and Glenn back deep. It's going to be Christie taking it. And that's a return of 30 out to the 34. And let's see what we could do here. Do we have anybody better than Tittle? Let's see. Tittle is a 90.1. Oh, yes, we have Eli Manning. Let's start a quarterback controversy in New York. They'll love it, with all the media they have. So, Eli Manning going in favor of Tittle. Try to get this New York team back into play. He is out of Old Miss, of course. Off tackle right, Tiki Barber, and he gains a few yards. So let's show you, as I hold my cat Ella, Eli Manning out of the University of Mississippi, Old Miss, like his father Archie. And Eli was the quarterback for the New York team in HTFL Season 1, but they picked up Y.A. Tittle from San Francisco in the draft for Season 2. And it's 2nd and 6. We're going to look to Sauer on the medium slant. 2nd and 6. There's the throw. Dumped off to Barber. Barber has a first down, a pickup of 8. On the tackle was Ray Lewis of Baltimore. 1st and 10. So the New York offense looking for a little jump start here. It's George Sauer who will be the recipient of this pass. Medium fly pattern, 1st and 10. And Sauer is loose. He gets 22 yards. Keene on the tackle for Baltimore. He's the nickelback. Tom Keene. He could also play a little punter if called upon, or the tight end wide receiver position. He was an end out of West Virginia. 5 tackles in the game last week that we had here on the HTFL against Green Bay. I think we have done now. This is the 4th game of the 5 that Baltimore has played that we have done at least. Trap left Barber on 1st and 10. Hoping Manning being quarterback will open up some running lanes. That's a gain of 3. Volk making the stop for Baltimore. Now you got a 2nd and 7 at the 29. I think this is the deepest drive that New York has had today, or close to it, because they had that field goal earlier on. Fly to Art Powell on 2nd and 7. Completed, and now he'll be down at the 10-yard line. Powell against Detroit, 5 catches and 67 yards. 1st and goal at the 10. I'm sure the New York fans want the Giants to punch it in here. Beckham on the short cross. Beckham's got it, but we got a penalty.
Grabbing the face mask. Defense. Number 21, automatic, 1st down.
Oh, it's big against Baltimore. McAllister grabbed the face mask, so tack on some more yardage. And it's 1st and goal at the 3 with 8:06 now left in the 3rd quarter. It's a 17-3 game, but maybe not for long. Barber, touchdown, Giants. It's 17-9 with the point after to come. Nugent try to get a stranglehold on this, and he does. It's 17-10. Still plenty of time for the Giants to get back in this game with 7:58 left in the 3rd quarter. Lewis back deep for the Ravens, who hope to quote, nevermore. That's a return of 21 yards. Brand Van Pelt making the stop for the Giants at the 22. So now the tables have turned. Manning, 4 for 4 on that drive, 52 yards. Flacco taking over, 1st and 10 at the 22, and we know he has had trouble passing the ball generally, although that 81-yarder to Jamal Lewis could have been a game changer, and still might be. 2nd and 10 at the 22, we're down to 7:36. That's complete to Raymond Berry. That's a gain of 16 yards? Yes. And Berry now 2 catches and 27 yards. That moves it up to the 38. The chain's moving up for a 1st down at the 38. Give us to McCulley, and McCulley will gain 2 yards before Mark Gastineau makes the stop. 2nd and 8. And on that one, it was Lewis gaining 4 yards. They had McCulley doubled, and New York was playing tight man. Huff on the tackle. 3rd and 4, the crowd getting into it here in New York, chanting, defense, defense. 3rd and 4 to 44. That's an incompletion. And Flacco has now thrown his 6 what they are describing as bad passes. So with that, Baltimore will punt, and the Giants, with a score, could get back into this. We're going to let the punt roll, which may be a mistake, and it is. Rolled dead at the 9. The punt by Koch goes 47 yards. Ball is at the 9 now, but Eli Manning had no trouble moving it against this Baltimore defense. On the last possession, let's see what they do here. 1st and 10 with 5:05 left in the third. Hitch to Powell, intended for Powell, of course. Incomplete, tight coverage provided by Boyd. How about Tucker on a short cross on 2nd and 10? Manning showing no fear throwing the ball this deep in his territory. High throw and incomplete. We'll screen it to Barber on 3rd and 10. At least get room for the punt. And Barber's got a first down. He's past the 20, past the 30. He's in the open, past the 50, past the 40, past the 30, all the way down to the 18. A pickup of 73 yards, which is his second reception. He has 85 yards rushing, now 81 receiving. So momentum shifts on that play drastically, and it's 1st and 10 at the 18. Giants looking to tie the score, or maybe if they want to feel very adventurous, go for 2 and take the lead. Off tackle left, Barber, and that's a gain of 6. Lewis on the stop. 2nd and 4 from the 12. 3:44 left to go, third quarter. The Giants fans who were very quiet a short while ago are now really into this game. With Baltimore playing short and tight, we're going to go medium hitch and a sack by Lipscomb, Big Daddy Lipscomb. And it's now a 3rd and 14 at the 22. We'll go Powell over the middle on a slant. Think we'd kick a field goal here. We don't get it. No, it's a dump off to Tucker, who gains 7. 4th and 7. Nugent has a 71% chance, 71.4, of hitting this field goal from 32. And he pulled it left, no good. Pulled it left, so the Giants, with a nice drive, come away with nothing. Baltimore gets it back at their own 22 with 1:42 left in quarter number 3. 1st and 10 at the 22. Flacco having a bad day generally, 11 for 30. Well, now he's 12 for 31. As Alexander making the catch. Glenn on the tackle for New York. It's 1st and 10 at the 39. 1:33 to go. Second play of the drive that just started. That was a hitch to Heap. And that's a gain of 9. So it's 2nd and short for Baltimore. Score here would be huge for them. And Alexander was wide open, gain of 17. He's up past the century mark. He's got 104 yards on the day. That should do it for the third quarter, I would think, and it does. We change ends, and we got one more quarter to play here in the first game of week number 5 here in the HTFL. Both teams coming in 3-1. Baltimore 17, the Giants 10. 53 plays for Baltimore, 334 yards. New York trimmed the yardage deficit down in the third quarter. They have run 37 plays for 251. So the time of possession favoring Baltimore, but not as much as you'd think. They've held the ball 24:08 to New York's 20:52. 1st and 10 at the 35 of New York. It's Flacco. He's looking and tried a quick play to Alexander, but tight coverage by Glenn prevented that, and it's 2nd and 10 at the 35 still. Just starting the fourth quarter, 17-10, and this is Jamal Lewis gaining 8 yards, giving Baltimore plenty of options on 3rd and 2 from the 27. Harry Carson made that last tackle. And it's Flacco. An incomplete pass. as Strahan got to that at the line of scrimmage. Now, a crucial kick here for Matt Stover of 44 yards. If it's good, it gives Baltimore a two-score lead again, and he pulled it left. No good. So the wheels turn here at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. 14:02 left, and now the Giants, once again, with a shot at tying it or taking the lead if they feel ballsy. Screen to Tiki Barber. Completed. And Barber now with a 5-yard gain. It gets him to 86 yards. He's 9 yards shy of a 100-yard rushing game and 14 shy of a 100-yard receiving game. We'll go trap right Tiki, 2nd and 5. And Barber met at the line and quickly tackled by Boulware, and Boulware will be replaced by Terrell Suggs out of Arizona State for the 3rd and 5 play. And we're going to look at Odell Beckham Jr., wearing number 3 for LA, but he wears number 13 for New York. Beckham
Pass interference.
screaming
Defense.
for a flag.
Number 21, automatic. First down.
And I think the officiating crew just gave one to pacify him. McAllister called for a pass interference. It's 1st and 10 for New York. They're now at the 47-yard line of their own, so they got 53 more yards to get before a touchdown. Barber on the sweep, and that's no gain. Suggs on the tackle. Suggs came in favor of Peter Boulware, and it's now 2nd and 10 at the 47. We'll go Powell over the middle on a slant. But immediately, Baltimore pounces on Manning. The ball was out. Manning recovered it, and it's 3rd and 14 now. So New York pulling the heavy artillery. And they're going to go sour on a 3rd and 14 play. They got a man in motion, which was Beckham. Sauer could not hang on to that. So 4th and 14. Younts will come in to punt it away. Giants are not going to risk everything this early in the 4th quarter. And Jermaine Lewis with the fair catch at the 13. The punt and the net of the punt being 44 yards. So Baltimore taking over again with a 17-10 lead with 11:10 now left in regulation time. Here's Flacco. Flacco playing in the I formation now. Gain of 13 to Raymond Berry. Revis making the stop. Berry 3 catches, 40 yards. Flacco is now up to 15 out of 36 for 271 yards. 1st and 10. New set of downs for Baltimore. And that's Jamal Lewis. Another stellar first down for Baltimore, picking up 7 yards. Gotta love it when they can take that 2nd down and make it only 3 yards to go, or 2 yards to go, or 4. 2nd and 3 at the 33, and timeout called by New York. They have 2 left for the remainder of the half. They still have their challenge. Baltimore does not. 2nd and 3 at the 33. It's McCulley. He's got the first to pick up a 4. And Baltimore, another set of downs. Baltimore on the day, a total of 23 carries, 95 yards for a 4.1 average. New York 21 for 98. That's team numbers. First and 10 at the 37. That's Heap. Heap's got a first down and to pick up a 17. 1st and 10 at the 46. I don't think anybody will mistake me for Jim Nantz. 1st and 10 at the 46. Hello, friends. That is complete to Raymond Berry. Revis on the stop for New York. And Baltimore piling up the first down. It's 1st and 10 at the 35. 8:34 left. Baltimore would be wise to chew up some clock here, too. Lewis, a first down. Pick up a 14. They're doing it. Revis on the tackle. And Lewis again getting into the secondary for Baltimore. 1st and 10 at the 21. A marker down before the play.
Encroachment, defense.
Oh,
Number 92, 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
New York has really backed themselves in a corner as Michael Strahan gets called for encroachment against the defense. Done a few Giant games so far this season. We'll see how long they stay relevant. I'm sure it's going to be a battle between Baltimore and New York to see who wins the Eastern Division of the HTFL. We have 4 divisions of 8 this year instead of 8 divisions of 4. If you're familiar with what we did in Season 1. 1st and 5 at the 16, and another marker.
False start. Offense, number 5, 5-yard penalty.
And they caught Flacco bobbing his head, and it's 1st and 10 now at the 21. Now, how can it be 1st and 10? Well, okay, back-to-back penalties. One against New York, one against Baltimore. And that's a gain of 2. Lewis gaining 2 more yards. He's at 87 on the day. He's also had 2 catches for 87. So the big running backs on each team have also played well on the reception side. 2nd and 8 at the 19. It's Flacco. An incomplete pass looking for Barry. Strahan is out for just a little bit, out for a few plays. Flacco now with his 8, what they are, the scouting department here at the HTFL is considering bad passes. Not having a good day, but he's 17 and 99, and he's a yard shy of 300. So Jason Pierre-Paul, who currently plays for the Buccaneers, or did at the end of this 2021 season when they lost to the Rams, who are now going to represent the NFC in Super Bowl 56, he's in the game. He's a 9 defender. 3rd and 8 at the 19. Lewis past the 10, past the 5, house call, touchdown, Baltimore. And that might do it. Lewis at 106 yards rushing on the day. Point after by Stover is good, and it's 24-10 in favor of the Ravens. Now, New York's really got to get busy. Christie back deep for the Giants, and he'll down it. Manning is off to a good start. He's in there substituting for Tittle based on his poor performance. Manning is 7 for 10, 137 yards. We're going to go over the middle to Powell on 1st and 10. HTFL rules, we start when there's a touchback from the 20. We kick extra points from the PAT line, which is the 3-yard line. None of this fancy business of kicking. Oh, you could go for 2 from the 2, but if you kick an extra point, you have to kick it from the 15. Doesn't make any sense to me. 2nd and 10 at the 20. Well, their overtime system doesn't make any sense to me either. Each team should get 1 possession. Tucker over the middle. He's got it. That's a gain of 14. 5:50 left to go. No hurry in movement right now for the Giants. That probably will change by the time this possession ends. Powell at the sidelines. That's an incomplete pass off of Powell's hands. Powell 2 catches, 34 yards on the day. Beckham has only been held to 1 catch. So maybe we got to go to a medium fly route. 2nd and 10 at the 34. Instead, it's dumped underneath to Tiki Barber. And Barber gains 7. 3rd and 3. Baltimore has to be aware that New York is hurrying to the line. We're going to go Tucker. Short hitch. Complete. Gain of 8. 4:39 left to go. Manning saying, huddle up, huddle up, huddle up, get to the line. Actually, don't huddle. Cross. Just hurry up. Beckham. Incomplete. So Beckham stays at 1 catch for 3 yards, which is, of course, his number at New York now. Screen to Barber on 2nd and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Manning now 110. Not 110. 10 for 17 for 166 yards. Fly to Art Powell on 3rd and 10. He's got it. First down at the 39. They mark it at the 38, and they will again go no huddle. Screen. Well, they'll go in a hurry up. Don't know about the no huddle part.
False start. Offense, Number 10, 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
And as Flacco got called for a false start, now has but Eli Manning been called for a false start. Out to Powell on 1st and 15 from the 43. That's a catch. That's a gain of 13. And it's 2nd and 2. Might as well go for it here. Maynard, long pass on 2nd and 2 from the 30. Penalty, pass interference.
Pass interference, defense. Number 21, automatic, first down.
They get McAllister for a PI, 1st and 10 at the 14. Short pass to Barber. That's incomplete. Maynard. Medium slant, 2nd and 10 from the 14. Caught, and 6 points. Touchdown, Giants. 3:11 to go. So they don't have to onside kick. They could just kick normally. Your point after for Nugent is good. 24-17 with 3:11 to go. Lewis back deep, and they will kick deep. Giants have 2 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning. New York has 3. We have 3:11 left to play. 1st and 10 at the 20. Lewis. Another good rush on first down. 7-yard gain. He's at 113. New York's got to call their timeouts. No question about it. 2nd and 3 at the 27. They give to Lewis again. This time Lewis stopped at the line. Tackled by Strahan. 3rd and 3. Ball on the 27. A pivotal down here. Pivotal down here. 3rd and 3 at the 27. Lewis forgets the first down, gain of 6. And now Baltimore could pretty much let it run to the 2-minute warning if they choose to, and they do. 2 minutes to go. Baltimore could pretty much run the clock out if they want to. They could just run 3 plays, and that would be that. Baltimore could go to 4-1, and the Giants would fall to 3-2. But in action PC football, sometimes things don't happen the way they should. So there's always that if you're a Giants fan. 1st and 10 at the 33, and it's Flacco. He's throwing. He's got Berry wide open. Another first down, and Flacco pads his stats. A 313-yard passing day. 150 left to play. Now there is no doubt that if the Ravens just ran the ball, they could get out of here with a W. And it's Lewis picking up 5. Giants cannot stop the clock. We're down to 1:03. This might even be the last play of the game. Lewis, a 2-yard loss, 16 seconds left, and that'll do it. Ravens win 24-17 to go to 4-1. And New York goes to 3-2. If there is a tie for position at the end of the 18-game season, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head. If the teams are tied and they play in the same division, the second tiebreaker is division record. 14 games you play in the division out of the 18 that you play. The third tiebreaker is points scored subtracted by points against, net points. And the next tiebreaker after that is just the points you score. And if we still have a tie after that, I go to a coin flip. That's how I do it. Just simplify the tiebreaker rules. So it's 24-17. Your MVP was Jamal Lewis, and he deserved it. Team stats. Baltimore 459. New York 321. Each team imperfect in the red zone. Baltimore got 1 touchdown, 2 trips. New York got 2 touchdowns, 1 field goal, and 4 trips. Baltimore ran 71 plays, held it for 33-22 time of possession. New York only ran 52 plays. Your player stats. It was Eli Manning who had the best day of the 3. He went 13-21 for 206. His rating was 110.4, but Flacco had the most yardage, 313, 18 for 40, 2 touchdowns. Manning took a couple of sacks. Lewis, great day on either side of the spectrum for running backs. Ran for 122, and also had 87 yards receiving. So he had 209 total yards on the day. Barber did not play too badly. 16 for 91 rushing, 4 catches for 93 receiving, so he had a total of 184. If you're wondering who had the best day defensively, that would be Sam Huff, who had 8 tackles. So your final, again, Baltimore 24. I always think of Kiefer Sutherland when I hear that number. And the old show on Fox. Dun, 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 dun. Well, anyway, I like to have fun when I do these games. Your next game will be tomorrow, Tuesday, February 1st. Lord willing, and if the creek doesn't rise, it's Chicago traveling to Cleveland. Each team 3-1. Sid Luckman has been working wonders for the Bears so far this year. They're hungry. Cleveland a 5-point favorite. When we get to the game Wednesday, it'll be a big one in the Western Division. San Francisco, Kansas City. And with the playoffs being structured the way we think they will be, this could be a final Hometown Bowl 2 preview. Yeah, San Francisco favored by 1, but you never count out a road dog. Kansas City, 1-point dog. And then for our game Thursday, we travel to Phoenix, Arizona area, and we have Las Vegas playing Kurt Warner, Emmitt Smith, and the Arizona Cardinals. The Vegas Ironmen are favored by a point, a favorite here on the HTFL. And then we wrap it up on Friday, Indianapolis at Minnesota. Minnesota a 14-point favorite to win against the Colts, who've gotten off to a surprisingly well start without Peyton Manning. Andrew Luck is their quarterback. So I hope you enjoyed today's game. I enjoyed bringing it to you, and we'll see you tomorrow. For some of you, as Jack Buck used to say, we will see you tomorrow night. Godspeed and God bless everybody. I hope you all have a good evening, good day whenever you see this. Bye-bye for now, everybody.